Hello guys, just going to do a quick audio test before we start the stream. Right, we're all good then, so I'll go ahead and get ourselves loaded in. Here we are, in the lovely A320 from Aerosoft here. We're not connected to Vatsim yet. Why is the TCAS on? That's important. It's not on. Okay, for some reason, VPilot thinks our TCAS is on. Right, I'm going to go ahead and connect there. Skyway is 275, today's call sign. And we are an A320. Connect there, and we're good. So go ahead and fetch the flight plan from the server. It's all good. Yeah. Cool. There's currently 8 planes on the ground here, actually. There's quite a few. So I don't know what we're going to have. Oh, there's a plane taking off right now off the right runway. Got to take that into mind later about what people are using. And I believe that is a takeoff, yes? Yes, it is. There's currently 9 planes on the ground here, 8 of which are departing. It's pretty busy. We have Amsterdam on centre online at the moment. We might pass through them later on in the flight. I don't know whether we will. We'll see if we do. I'm having a look on Simbrief. Actually, no, not Simbrief. I'll have a look on our flight plan. No, it doesn't look like we're going to be passing through their airspace. Oh well. I could have also had a look on Simbrief. Yeah, I don't think we're passing through their airspace exactly. We're just missing it out by the looks of it. Unfortunately, yeah, we're just missing it out. So we're not going to get ATC from them. I don't think, unless he decides to extend his radar slightly. There we go. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves loaded up. We're using the UK 2000 Heathrow scenery, although now I've turned up the scenery density. We have got some more lines and stuff around the place, but I was wondering maybe I could have just used the default one, thinking about it. But actually, it's kind of nice. We have all these little markers everywhere and stuff, so it's alright. Now I've turned it all the way up. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the latest nav data in here. And we'll go to load and fuel. And today, we should be taking 139 passengers. And a zero fuel weight of 55.5. And that was straight from Fly UK, so it's obviously slightly wrong then, because we were meant to have 1.6 on the cargo, which obviously isn't quite right. Look, it doesn't add up. So, yeah, so I'll take it to 55.5 then. There we go, that should take it up to 5.5 exactly. And then on the fuel, we're taking it 6.8 exactly, pretty much 6.803, so we'll just take 6.8. Go ahead and load that. Everything's all good then, great. And Southampton Tower just came online. That's so random, like why would Southampton Tower come online? There's not a single plane heading in or out of Southampton. And they're like, yeah, Heathrow's busy, but we're not going to staff them. Oh wait, habit. I've been flying this plane on my other PC a lot, where I use the checklists and all that, but we're not going to be doing that today. Don't need to. This plane should already be set up on the ground power. Yeah, it is. So we can go ahead and get boarding started for the 139 passengers on board today. I'll let it lag as it loads in. There we go. QNH here in London at the moment is 1013 in Oslo. It is 1014 here in Heathrow. That's now been set. Right, let's go ahead and get the route planned. So we are here in EGLL, heading down to ENGM. Flight number today is UKV, Skyweight 275. Cost index 25, cruising today at 370. Flight plan, now this is one of those weird ones at Heathrow where the wind is at 0. And when the wind's at 0, you can use either runway. So I want to look at what that plane there, look, and that Air Canada by the looks of it, used the right runway facing that way. So that's 09 right, that will be, yes. And we're planning a BPK departure. It'll be the BPK 6 Juliet for us. Looking at the SID. And also that's the one we want. That saves us route time by using that star rather than the other side of the star on the 27s. So we'll plug that in there. And then from BPK, we're going to no, that's the wrong route. I'm looking at Fly UK's route, which is wrong. UM 185, and we're jumping on P144 via Digsu. Something's been messed up there. Okay, we'll forget that then, erase that. We're going to UM 185, and then we'll have to type it in to you are meant to type it in real life, but to save time you can just skip it, but sometimes it does obviously not work. Right, to P144, that's better, and then on to M604 via Lager, yes, on to M609 via SV8 to Ripam. M. There we go. Enter that in there. 657 miles. We haven't got our arrival in yet, actually. Arrivals, once again, I think Simbrief planned us the wrong runway. It planned 19 right. However, looking at it, we're definitely going to be on the 01s. Down in Oslo, it's 110 now. The wind's totally changed. 110 at 4 knots. That is the 19s again, so we'll use 19 right for now. As I said, we are going to have full ATC down in Oslo later on. Hopefully there is an event going on down to Dubai, starting at, I think it's 10 o'clock in Oslo. 10 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock UTC. Also, I've just spotted now, London SC Centre just came online, so we might have a bit of ATC out of here as well, which is cool. And we're planning the Ripam 4 Mike. Enter that in there. 723 miles. We were planning 725. Perfect. Did add a lot of miles on that SID. No, not the SID, sorry, the Star. Added tons of miles on. Have a look at it now. Yeah, so London SC Centre just came online, which covers Heathrow. So we'll give them a call, I guess. Once we've checked through our route, all good, our route, so I'm nice and happy about that. And then it's the arrival. Look, this arrival is like right old. We might get shortcuts from ATC, but we might actually change runway by the time we get down there. I'll have to wait for an ATIS to pop up. As I said, the event's not starting for an hour and 20 minutes, so we won't have any of that yet. Yep, London SC Central, give them a call on 132.6. It's the same controller we had on London
Control. Good morning, Speedbird 83. We just pushed back at Heathrow. We're on stand. Correction, we're on Bravo. No current information, but requesting clearance to Abuja.
Speedbird 83, London Control. Good morning. Cleared to Abuja. BA Max. It's 1 Foxtrot departure off 27 right and squawk 1161.
Roger, we're clear to Abuja, max at 1 Foxtrot for 27 right, squawk 1160, correction 1161, speedbird 83.
Speedbird 83, correct, report ready.
We're fully ready for taxi now, actually, 83.
Okay, just get the squawk in and then I can get you moving.
Roger.
Right, we'll go ahead and get
London
my...
Control, hello, Speedbird 89
paper.
with you, just push back onto Bravo, requesting IFR clearance to Abuja as far.
Sorry, standby.
Well, we need to call as well. I will go ahead and wait. We'll close that door.
Yeah, Speedbird 89 and under control, good morning. Clear to Abuja, it's a max 61 Foxtrot departure of 27 right, squawk 1160.
And we'll go ahead and use checklist,
Under control,
I think.
good morning, Spirit 815.
Sounds like a good idea. I forgot how to
360.
fly this plane a little bit, so...
We are on the maximum Foxtrot departure 27 right, squawk 1160, Speedbird 89, thanks.
Squawk 1160.
Check normal.
Parking brake.
Off.
Yeah, so it's max at 1 Foxtrot for 27 right, squawk 1160, Speedbird 89.
Speedbird 89, correct.
Checked.
Just stand by there, I might have a minor rerouting for you as well.
Checked and armed.
Roger.
Smoking signs.
On.
Air condition.
Under control, good morning, Spirit 815 with you, level 360.
Is checked.
Fuel pump.
Speedbird 819 and under control, good morning. It is a Logan 1 hotel arrival for Heathrow.
Logan 1 Hotel, thank you very much, Spirit 815.
Virgin 16 Bravo route direct to Teltu, descend flight level 130.
Right, we just need to go ahead and...
Direct Teltu, descend flight 130, Virgin 16 Bravo.
Speedbird 89, don't worry about the route. Break, Speedbird 83, taxi 5 Bravo, link 58 Alpha, and hold at Pluto.
We're at stand 224.
Roger, Bravo, link 58 Alpha, hold at Pluto, Speedbird 83.
All passengers are aboard.
London Control, good morning, KLM 1008, Heathrow stand 421 with Alpha, request clearance to Amsterdam.
Closed and locked.
APU.
APU.
KLM 1008, London Control, Goedemorgen, cleared to Amsterdam,
Power.
Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 3415.
On.
Thrust levers.
We'll just wait for
Idle.
these...
Parking
Roger,
brake.
These
clear to
guys to
Amsterdam, via
finish
the
what they're
Brooklands Park 7
doing.
Fox
Set
departure, runway
Barrel
27
reference.
right, squawk 3415, KLM 1008.
101.
KLM 1008, correct.
Right, I'm ready here at stand 224.
London Control, Speedbird 89 on Bravo, ready for taxi.
Speedbird 89,
I'm waiting for it to get a little bit quieter.
Roger, follow
frequency.
company, hold Pluto, Speedbird 89.
Speedbird 26 Kilo, London Control, good morning. Clear to Frankfurt, Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot departure of 27 right, squawk 3442.
Right, I'll wait for them to read back, and then... they're not reading back. Okay, is that... I think it's quiet now. I think it is quiet now. Hello, London Control. This is Skyways 275 at stand 224 at Heathrow. Type A320, requesting clearance to Oslo, please.
Skies 275, London Control, good morning. Cleared to Oslo Gardermoen, Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot departure. There'll be a rerouting after that, which I will send you by private message, squawk 6231.
We'll be expecting the Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot squawk 6231. We'll expect to reroute after the SID. Thanks, Skyways 275. Okay, we've been rerouted for the first part of our route. That's cool. That's a bit of a shame because I've already put all of it in. So we have been cleared a different route between BPK and SVA. So what I'll go ahead and do, since we're already doing a ton of this stuff, I'll click direct to SVA because that's the waypoint where this ends.
London Control, good morning. FedEx 36 Heavy with you passing
then I'll go
flight
ahead and
level
put in
200. We're about
route again,
14
I
miles
guess.
southwest of Clacton.
FedEx 36 London Control, good morning. Squawk 3450, climb flight level 330.
I'll put this in
Squawk
again.
3450, climb flight level 330,
Right.
FedEx 36 Heavy.
Maybe we should have asked the clearance before. I didn't know.
87 for
We're gonna
you
make
might
TC,
want
I
to Unicorn
guess.
122 decimal 8, good morning.
Income 122.8, easy sound 4,
Right,
MMI,
what
good
run?
morning.
We were expecting Brookman's Park 7 Foxtrot, so that will be
34 November,
that will be 27 right, I think. Yes.
Speedbird 34 November, London Control, good morning. It's an Optimex 1 hotel arrival, Heathrow landing 27 right.
And
When
then
ready,
from
descend flight level
BPK, we're going to go
130
ahead
to
and
be level
take.
by Hazel.
We're going to go ahead and take.
130 by Hazel, Optimex 1 hotel.
Where is it?
27 right,
Q.
Speedbird 34 November.
Speedbird 34 November, you can
295.
redirect Hazel with no ATC speed restriction.
And then onto
Right,
M
Hazel, things are right.
604.
Speedbird 26
Right,
Kilo
Bravo
London Control,
to
good morning.
SVA,
Cleared to
and then from
Frankfurt,
there,
Brookman's Park 7
it's as
Foxtrot
filed.
departure.
So we might.
Squawk is 3442.
Have I got the rest of the route in there though? That's the problem. I don't think I've got the rest of the route in there. Great, because it deleted it all, didn't it? Okay, we'll have to put the rest of the route in then. So from SVA, oh, it's only the last part of the route anyway. So from SVA, we're jumping on M.
Virgin 16 Bravo, descend flight level 80.
To
Some flight 80, Virgin 16 Bravo.
So our original route was 723 miles. Let's see what it is now.
Descend flight level 250 to be level by Logan.
So we're still planning
Logan,
19 right.
Speedbird 15.
And the Ripam 4 Mike.
ET8293, resume own navigation direct.
Okay, we've added about 20 miles onto our journey. Nice.
Resuming on navigation, EZ8293.
I'll check to make sure Oslo has still got that weather. Yep, it has.
KLM 1008, request push and start.
Oh wow, it's a bit of a pain that
KLM
weather in
1008, stand 41, push and start approved.
Right, should all be good then. We're all good. All good to go. Just go ahead and get our init fuel in there. And then we'll be able to get ourselves pushed back. So init, and then the next page, and our block fuel was 7, no, what was it? 6.8. 6.8, there we go, get that in there. Flighton says this is thinking about an hour and 40 minutes. We're not going to land with much fuel actually. Maybe I should have taken a bit more. I don't know, because we're taking the longer route now than planned as well. This is saying we'll only have 2.1, which is not, it's not as much as normal. But I don't know, it's fine. Right, I think we're all ready to go, aren't we? Yep, that's telling me.
Speedbird 26 Kilo, read by correct. Taxi by Alpha,
to follow
hold
GSX's
and Pluto.
instructions. So we'll get the ground chart up. And we'll go ahead and request push and start. Hello London Control, this is Skyways 275 requesting push and start.
Skyways 275, squawk 1176.
1176, Skyways 275. He's changed our squawk code. Hello, this is Skyways 275 requesting push and start. We've set the squawk code.
Skies 275, roger. Stand 223-224, push and start approved facing east.
Push and start approved, face east, Skyways 275. Right, so we need one face left from where we are now. That's east.
Descending flight level 270, level B, OpNet, expecting OpNet 1 call from ILS 08 right at Gatwick.
That's Speedbird 2204, landing control. Good morning. Squawk 0305. Your redirect Delta on your arrival. Descend flight level 130 to be level by Delta.
Okay, redirect Tel2 and level by Tel2, Speedbird 2204.
Hello, Captain.
That's confirmed again, level 130.
Nice, got some ATC. Well, let's get ourselves pushed back then. We are back 20 minutes. It's taking us a bit longer to get off the ground, obviously. Oh, we need to set that as well. Set our
Going
V
to Unicom, FedEx 36 Heavy, thanks, cheers.
And we'll set this. I don't know what the transition route is
contact
yet.
Amsterdam radar 125.750, bye-bye.
I need to type the transition route to 6000 for the checklist to make sure it's accurate with Heathrow. I'll change it later.
Easy 8293, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750, bye-bye.
25750.
Right, I've set the trim, yes, and everything else is ready. Right, set left.
Departure check completed.
And we'll set flaps 1 for
Bypass pin
departure.
inserted. Release bars releasing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Speedbird 34 November, redirect Ockham.
Right, I've been pushed back now. I haven't actually installed the latest livery of this Fly UK
And under the speed of
A320. I don't know why I still haven't done it. I need to do it, but I never seem to.
Sorry, stand by.
So pushing back here, I expect to go all the way down Bravo and
So
then
I'm
probably
just
onto
stopping down
Lima.
breakfast at the same time. Spirit 83,
All the way round,
Roger,
something
runway
like
27 right, clear for takeoff, the wind is calm.
Roger, clear for takeoff, 27 right, speedbird 83, that's no problem at all. Enjoy. What you having?
I think a bit of granola, strawberries, blueberries, and a bit of yogurt.
Oh, sounds very healthy.
Yeah, I'm not quite. I wouldn't mind a fry out if I go out, but at home I usually have something a bit lighter content.
I don't know why they're having a conversation about
Enjoy.
breakfast, but why not?
Aye, cheers.
That's Vatsim
Spirit 89
for you.
behind Advising Company, going 7 line up runway 27 right behind. Be advised it'll be a short.
Roger, just stand by. We're just sorting out a auto brake issue, and then we'll advise when we're fully ready. Speedbird 89.
Transition
Yeah,
level
Spirit 89,
7000. I've just been told. I've looked at the ATIS
Roger,
and
taxi, hold Alpha 3, Speedbird 89.
Spirit 815, descend flight level 160, speed level by Sabre.
160 level Sabre, thank you very much, Spirit 815.
Waiting your confirmation.
I was meant to start the engines. I totally forgot that. On pushback, you meant to start
4,000
engines.
feet, QNH 10.
Sorry, GSX, I didn't do that. We'll just start both of them now. That's a bit of,
Main to
that's a bit of a
present,
shame.
74000 QNH 1024, Virgin 1 spot.
Rip.
Hash confirm QNH 1014.
Parking brakes.
Virgin 1014, Virgin 1 spot.
That was a bit of a mistake, forgetting to start the engines. There we go, that's what happens, I guess, when you're too busy listening to what the air traffic controller is eating for breakfast. Makes you wonder why they're putting that on frequency, but whatever. It's part of the fun, I guess. Oh, cool. Stockholm control just came online. Actually, never mind, that doesn't affect
Engine 2
us.
is stabilised.
We're not going through Stockholm control, but whatever.
Engine 1 is
Not
stabilised.
the
Right,
Spirit 815.
engines
Anything
are
to Heathrow?
good.
Nope, you can expect a direct towards the ILS from Sabre.
Sorry, thank you very much, Spirit 815.
Right, set taxi lights on. The checklist will take care of all the exterior lights, but, you know. I'll try to get,
And London Control,
most of it done myself, so I know how
Alpha 3
to
ready
fly
for
this
departure.
thing.
Spirit 89, Roger, line up and wait runway.
No, there is a Euro control
Roger, line up and
online.
wait, runway 27.
I'm not showing them anywhere.
Right, Speedbird.
I'm not sure which unit.
89.
I'm not sure which.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Which, what's it called? Euro controls online. There's two of them actually now. I don't know
Start
which ones they
checklist.
are.
Virgin 16 Bravo, turn left heading 290 degrees.
Set.
Left 290, Virgin 1 spot.
Set off.
APU master.
Set off.
Ground spoilers.
Set.
Motor trim.
Checked 0.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Checked.
Flight controls.
Yep, they're good.
Flaps.
Flaps.
Anti-ice.
Yeah,
Off.
good.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Ecam door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
Cool, tech checklist has been completed, so we're ready for taxi. Hello, London Control. This is Skyways 275 requesting taxi.
Skyways 275, taxi by Bravo, left Lima, hold at Lima 2.
Taxi Bravo Lima holds at Lima 2, Skyways 275. Right, off we go then. So we're going to head down Bravo, then on to Lima, and we're going to hold at Lima 2, which isn't the runway, so we haven't got
Taxi
full
with 83 climb now,
clearance.
flight level 90.
We haven't got full clearance to the runway
Ground
yet.
flight level 90, speedbird 83.
Taxi.
Brake check. Brake check.
I can't do a brake checklist until I've, like... There you go.
Brake check.
I can't do a brake check until I've... Oh, I don't know. They're so dumb, this AI sometimes. Not the AI, the...
Brake
Speed with
check.
3 for November, descend flight level
Checked
100.
0.
Level 100,
Auto brakes.
Max.
Takeoff data.
Reviewed.
FCU.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. TO config.
Checked. No blue.
Checklist complete.
Right, cool. We're going to go ahead and taxi down here now. So taxiing all the way down Bravo, and then it'll be a left on Lima, and then we're going to go ahead and hold at Lima 2. which, as I said, isn't the runway. We've only got clearance as far as there. So that's Kilo. Apparently Kilo's closed now. Under construction, it says, to go all the way through. But at the moment, yeah, it's just like that. So.
Speedbird 83, turn left heading 165.
Left 165, Speedbird 83.
Right, we're ready to go then.
015, descend flight level 80.
015, descend 80.
So we're all ready to go then.
Speedbird 83, climb flight level 170.
So we're going to go ahead and...
Climb flight level
well, this is
170, Speedbird 83.
This is Lockheed.
Virgin 16, Bravo,
so after Lockheed, we need to turn left. That's on
So 3,000 feet, Virgin 1
I don't know why they've named a holding point. Like, why can't they just call it something, like, they've called it Lockheed. I didn't know they did that. I didn't know they named holding points. Right, I'll go ahead and turn left on Lima. This should be Lima. Yes, this is definitely Lima. Head straight down here.
Speedbird 815, flight heading 250 degrees, inspect this for the
we
straight
should see Lima
27 right.
And that's where we want to hold.
Straight in 9, let's 27 right, thank you much, Speedbird 815.
Speedbird 815, descend flight level 80.
Right, initial climb, I think 6,000.
815.
Should be good, given that's what the SID altitude is at. It's nice to have ATC. There's currently 6 planes on the ground here at Heathrow, so not too bad. I honestly thought we'd get
Virgin
more
16,
people
Bravo, turn right heading 345.
going to Oslo, considering there's an event
Right,
going on, but I'm currently the only person in Heathrow doing that, which is kind of nice. Because when I generally have an idea, I think, oh, we'll fly to take part in half of this event, or whatever. Generally, a lot of people have the same idea. So...
Speedbird 89, clear for takeoff 27 right, service with is calm.
So that's Speedbird 89
take off
there.
runway 27 right, Speedbird 89.
Speedbird 3 for November, resume own navigation direct Ockham, leave Ockham heading 075.
Okay, back direct Ockham to leave 075, 034 November.
Right, we're not quite at Lima 2 yet. We should see a sign up there. They're quite poor quality because it's
Speedbird
the free
83, resume own
version.
navigation direct Midhurst, climb flight level 370.
Well, I don't think holding point Lima 2. Oh, there we go. Lima 2.
Climb flight level 370, Speedbird 83.
So it's not very obvious. We just need to stop.
Virgin 16, Bravo, turn right heading 050 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 085.
1050, clear the left 0 right, Virgin 16 Bravo.
Right, that's the holding point there.
Skywise 275, taxi right Alpha, hold at Alpha 3.
Taxi right at Alpha, hold at Alpha 3, Skyways 275. So go ahead and
Speedbird 3 for November,
continue on
descend
to
flight level
Alpha
7.
here. All the way to Alpha. We're going to turn right and then hold at Alpha 3. So we've been given clearance to go a bit further. We'll start the before takeoff checklist now.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff. Before takeoff checklist.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
Brake fans.
Off.
Engine mode selector.
Check.
London Gabelli, easy 7041, climb 390 Talbot.
Exterior light.
Easy 7041, landing control, good morning, climb flight level 390, squawk
Stowed.
7255.
Right, I believe that's Alpha...
390-7255, easy 704.
Pluto, yeah, that's Alpha 4. No, that's not Alpha 4. It's actually, no, it's basically Alpha 4.
1008, taxi
We're heading
and
to...
Sierra Bravo 3, cross runway
in there.
27.
There, Alpha 3, look.
Taxi 5 Victor and Sierra Bravo 3, cross runway 27
Look,
left.
Alpha
Clear
3,
on
this way.
1008.
Skies 278, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, service with time.
Runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, Skyways 275.
Virgin 16 Bravo, contact Gatwick Tower 124.225. Good morning.
Right, great, we've been cleared to take off, so
Virgin 16 Bravo, good morning.
we'll get ourselves onto the runway. I'll get the SID chart up now. And we should be all good to get out of here now. It's 6,000 at Chiltern, 6,000 at Brooklands Park, which is all set. So we're all good to go. Right, slow yourself down a little bit actually, and then get on the runway. He did say Skyways 278, but I know that Skyways 275 because there's not another Skyways on the ground.
2204, descend flight level 8.
So we've been given immediate clearance to get out of here, so go ahead and park up on the runway.
89er, fly heading 190 degrees, no climb, just
It's nice scenery there,
Roger,
actually.
fly
Now I've
heading
turned up
of
the,
190 degrees and
I've turned
just
up the
remain at 6,000 for now. Speedbird
quality.
89.
Like the density. Right, stop here. It says set takeoff thrust down there. Yes, it does. If it doesn't say that, it means we've done something wrong in the checklist. And if you do that, it practically breaks
descent to altitude 4,000
the
feet to an
checklist.
H1.
So we want to make sure. Right, up to 50%. And Toga.
Command
5,000 feet, 1014, Spirit 815.
I probably could have used flex actually on this runway, but because it's quite a long runway, but never mind. It's a cool plane this, the A320, it's great. As I said, it's more of a beginner's flight sim plane, but we still fly it because, well, we have it and it's good fun. Right, there's 100 knots. V1. Rotate.
KLM 108, clear of 27 left.
KLM 108, roger. Taxi straight ahead, Lima. Right. Lima, once you get the north side, Alpha to hold Alpha 3.
Gears going up.
Navigation.
Roger, Lima, then Alpha 3, KLM 108.
And we are now in the air. Right, flaps up.
Cool. 89, turn left, right. Actually, turn left heading 165.
Left heading 165, speedbird 89.
Back to flex, and then
Climb thrust.
back to climb thrust. There we go.
The after takeoff check.
And autopilot's coming in.
Center corners 2 Alpha with you. Heathrow heading for runway 09 right.
It's a little bit foggy. There's no clouds.
Lights off.
Qantas 2 Alpha London Control, good morning. Cleared to Darwin. Detailing to Foxtrot departure. Score 0356.
Checked.
Clear to Darwin. Dev 2 to Foxtrot departure. Score 0356. Corners 02 Alpha.
Qantas 2 Alpha, correct. Continue on Alpha and hold out of pressure. Hold at Alpha 3.
We're in the air.
Continue Alpha.
All good.
3 corners 2 Alpha.
Speedbird 89er, climb flight level 110.
Roger, climb flight level 110, speedbird 89.
Skyways 275, climb flight level 370.
Climb 370, Skyways 275. Right, cool.
Speedbird 260, runway 275.
Straight up to 375.
Surface wind calm.
We'll put it in open climb mode for now before I can
Speedbird 815 on that heading, report
delete
established
the
on the ILS
altitude
program,
constraints.
275.
Present heading, clearance approach 27 right, and call established, Spirit 815.
Cool. Here we go. Okay, so this thing's now climbing. We've been giving clearance past all of these.
Transition altitude.
Okay.
Arrow reference set and cross check.
Check.
Great. We are now climbing up and out of
Speedbird 89, fly
Heathrow.
heading 190 degrees, climb flight level 170.
Roger, turn right heading 190 degrees, climb flight level 170, speedbird 89.
KLM 1008 behind departing British Airways Airbus A321, line up runway 27 right behind.
Right, the British Airways Airbus A321 line up on way 27 right, KLM 108.
EZ7041, route direct Seaford.
Direct Seaford, EZ7041.
Right, passing 10,000 now, so we can go ahead and get the landing lights off.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights off.
Cool.
Speedbird
So this thing's-
2204, thanks for
we're gonna start
ILS
speeding
program
up now,
08, right, send to altitude
we're above,
4,000 feet,
10,000.
QNH Gatwick 101.
Just gonna make sure my voice sounds. Yeah, it sounds alright in the microphone. Cool. Make sure I don't have any peachy
Spirit
microphone.
815, we have the localizer 27
Madness.
right.
Speedbird 815, thank you, descend on the glide path, your number 1, there's 2 to roll.
Cover the traffic and continue Spirit 815, thank you.
Speedbird 89, resume own navigation direct Ziddle, climb flight level 390.
Roger, climb flight level 390 and direct to Ziddle, speedbird 89. If possible, can we go 370 initially?
That is absolutely no problem.
Brilliant, thanks, speedbird 89.
Right, passing through 13,000 feet up here now. We'll go ahead and get up to 37,000 feet. We've been cleared straight up, which is nice. So we're just going straight along here. We're going to have some ATC for a little bit.
Skyways 275, redirect Lapra.
direct Lapra, Skyways 275.
Speedbird 26 kilo, climb now, flight level 150.
Lapra, there we go. So we've given a little bit of a shortcut, my ATC there. So direct Lapra, that saved us hopefully a little bit. Yeah, it saved us a little bit of route time, so that's cool. Go ahead and get that filed in there.
27 right, clear to take off, KLM 108.
And this is going to 80 nautical mile range now.
Departing KLM Boeing 737, line up runway 27 right behind.
Line up behind KLM 737, runway 27 right on us. That's where we are.
I'm trying to look at where we leave their sector.
300 degrees.
I'd like to have ATC for as long as possible, so we leave the London FIR very late on, but I think that it eventually transitions into Northern Centre,
What did you decimal 8?
which aren't online, so we'll see what we get. But for now we can give them direct, we can give them a little bit of shortcut, which is nice. Always nice to get a shortcut, obviously. So passing 18,000 now for 370. Seatbelt signs are now off, so we're all good already. The weather radar has been switched on by the checklist. So we haven't got anything. I don't know. It seems to be a bit oversensitive, this weather radar, but I don't know. It seems to be okay for now. Winds at Gardermoen are still 0 degrees at 3 knots.
Speedbird 6 kilo, fly heading 050 degrees.
So that's using runway 01 then, is it? It's very all over the place. This. Right, ILS 01 left.
Spirit 815, localizer established 27 right and glide path now.
I'd much rather use
Roger, number 1
that runway because it saves us quite a bit of time using the 01s. But the wind
6 kilo, climb
is all over the place. It's still a bit of an odd arrival, but it's a better arrival than
KLM 1008, climb flight level 90.
Than what the other one suggests.
Climb flight level 90, KLM 120.
Speedbird 2204, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
But yeah, unfortunately it's all over the place, this wind, so... And the transition altitude in Oslo is... Go ahead and check the star charts to give us our transition level. It is 7,000. Okay, it's already been plugged in.
Speedbird at 299. We're a Boeing 787-800 on gate 564. Information out from board. Request clearance to Portland.
Standby 1.
I've just discovered we leave their sector at Ledbo. Ledbo. That's where we leave SC Centre, and then at Heathrow we leave London Control altogether. That's how it's working. So we should get. So we'll have no ATC after that, I don't think.
065, climb flight level 230. KLM 1008, fly heading 065, climb flight level 270.
My KLM's really quiet. Or at least it sounds like it. This plane's also fairly loud, I don't know, it's not that loud. It's not too bad. It's a cool plane, this.
Speedbird 2204, turn right, heading 345.
I also just discovered I was not in the virtual cockpit that entire time. That's amazing.
Speedbird 815,
get better views
land, surface wind.
On the virtual
down
cockpit.
to 7 right, Spirit 815, thank you.
That's 3 4.
2-3 for November, Roger, fly heading 080 degrees.
080.
Qantas to Alpha, stop climb altitude 6,000 feet.
It's very busy here, obviously.
6,000.
Pretty good.
KLM 1008 to confirm climb now, flight level 270.
It is starting to get busy in Oslo now. In about 50 minutes time, the event officially starts, but ATC does often get in there a little bit earlier. So it's not long. 48 minutes now.
226 kilo, turn right, turning 075.
And we'll definitely be in the air in 48 minutes time. This thinks we've got about an hour and 20 minutes left in the air, and it's always wrong. Its estimation skills are shocking.
2204, turn right, turning 050 degrees, take that, let's go for 080.
So I'm expecting about an hour and 40 minute flight time today. Obviously, it does depend on which approach we take, because it does very much change our route length based on which star we use.
KLM 1008, confirm climb now, flight level 270.
We'll have to wait and see what ATC give us, I guess.
Flight level 270.
Because at the moment it's a little bit all over the place. And it is starting to get busy now. There's now 10 planes on the ground in Oslo, most of which are heading to Dubai. That's the one we've got to take into account as well, is I'm not part of the event, I'm just flying in to get the ATC, so they might get priority. I don't really know how it works with the whole... I'm not really part of the event, but I'm flying into the event airport to get the ATC.
Qantas to Alpha, flying 110 degrees.
110 degrees. Qantas to Alpha.
Speedbird 2204, contact tower 124 decimal 225. Bye.
Thanks very much. Speedbird 2204.
Nice, we saved ourselves a little bit of time there by going direct to Lapra. Although it did sort of get rid of the route that he just gave me immediately anyway, so it's kind of pointless. I don't know, it's one of those things.
KLM 1008, fly heading 075. You're going to be on that heading for a long time.
Heading 075, KLM 1008.
It's a cool looking plane, the A320. It's quite nice inside. We've got a nice bit of tailwind as well. Today we're expecting 26 miles.
34 November, descent to altitude 4,000 feet,
tailwind.
101.
So, like, based on what's been saying, you know,
Qantas to Alpha,
ground distance versus air distance, basically.
290, resume owner navigation direct to Coxie, Kilo, Oscar.
Climb flight level 290 and direct to Coxie, to Alpha.
So for now we're doing pretty good. We're all right. Actually, there's only now one plane on the ground in Heathrow.
Clear runway 27 right at Alpha 10.
Everyone else has just left.
815, thank you, taxi right Alpha to stand 512.
Right Alpha, stand 512, good morning, 815, thank you.
It's some weird cloud today. It's like, below the ground, it's not cloudy, it's like foggy almost. So it creates like a really nice effect. It looks nice. It's great. Right, my flight sim is currently about 10 seconds ahead of real life time, so it's pretty much bang on, which is what we want in case we get told to, like, say...
03 for November, turn left heading 360 degrees.
Left 360.
Right, approaching Lapra. Now we're going to leave the ATC sector at Ledbo, unfortunately, so we're not going to have an ATC, I don't think. There are some Eurocontrols online.
829 and monitor Unicom.
Oh, wow. That
122.8.
Eurocontrol is for, yeah, that's Eurocontrol East.
Unicom 122.8, speedbird 89.
That's mad.
Nah, bye.
Yeah, Eurocontrol East. So that doesn't cover us at all, unfortunately. It only covers, it covers, like, Eastern Europe, basically. So none of where we're going,
Speedbird 260 there, resume owner navigation direct.
So we're not going to have an ATC off Eurocontrol or anything like that. So for now we'll just have to leave it. I don't know why I'm getting the radio signal from those guys. The closest part of Eurocontrol to me is Czech Republic.
Navigation direct.
It's nuts.
Red Flag 1108, thank you.
Speedbird 34 November, turn left heading 3003, established local flight.
I've got 5,000 feet to go to cruise, so we're almost up there at 370, where we'll be the whole flight. This cloud looks odd. Kind of cool.
Ready for pushback and start up. Speedbird 299.
Speedbird 299, stand 564, your started push is approved, facing off.
Push start approved, face north. Speedbird 299.
London, Spirit 815, just confirm it's 512.
AFL, stand 512.
Thank you.
Right, passing 33,000 feet now, 4,000 feet left to cruise altitude. We've got 600 miles to go. However, it is changing a lot at the moment because of the wind in Oslo. We've had runway 19, then runway 01, then 19, then 01. It's been a bit back and forward. I would much rather 01. But I guess the final decider will be the ATIS that Oslo will probably get in the future. It hasn't got it yet, but I'm not expecting it to have an ATIS yet. The event doesn't start for 45 minutes. So, actually it's more like 40 minutes now. But basically there isn't an event yet. Currently in Oslo, obviously we'll get there and there will be an event, but there isn't now, so we haven't got the ATIS and things like that to look at. I'm going to go ahead and get Unicorn pre-tuned on here, so 122.8, because that's probably who we're going to contact next. Just onto Unicorn. Because in about 20 miles, there we go.
Monitor Unicorn 122 display, good morning.
Unicorn 122.8, thanks for 1 for ATC today, Skyways 275.
You're welcome, bye-bye.
Right, over to Unicorn. That's where we'll probably be now for the entire flight until we pick up Oslo Centre. But I don't know, when do we enter Oslo Centre? If I look at flight details, here we go. We enter Oslo Centre approximately, I think about an hour into the flight. It's not clear. Yeah, about an hour into the flight. So when we pick them up, it should be event time. It should just be ticking over to event time, which is nice. Seems like we've timed it pretty well then. And as I said, I reckon they'll probably come online a little bit earlier than that. So yeah, for now, no ATC, so we'll just continue on our route as planned. It's a pretty straightforward route across the sea, as most routes across the sea are. It's generally in a straight line, straight out of the North Sea, and then we'll be, I don't know, it depends on what sort of what the winds are looking like. It might be a bit of an odd arrival into Oslo. You might have to pass it and then go all around the place, or it might be like this one, which is still a little bit odd. It's like Lisbon, where you got that. No, not Lisbon. It's like Hanoi. Was it Hanoi? Ho Chi Minh. That's where we had that was like that. And you can get direct. You can get all sorts. It leaves it open for ATC basically. So we'll wait and see what we get from ATC, but for now we'll leave that up there. We're at 37,000 now, so right, there we are at 37,000 feet, so make sure the TCAS is set to the normal position. There's no one in the area actually. There is an American Airlines, that's heading in the other direction, that's fine. If I was heading the other way, we might get quite close to it, but not where it is right now. So we're all fine now. There's still 10 planes on the ground in Oslo, so it hasn't really got any busier, it hasn't got any quieter. Right, how long have we got here at cruise? I'm going to write this down because it always gets delayed, this plane, what it's doing. So 9:11 UTC there. I'll write that because it's going to change by later. I know that for a certain. So just want to test how long it gets delayed by, because I've never really bothered to look at it the entire flight. So using that logic, we should be there for about 50 minutes at cruise. So we've got the next 50 minutes to still out here at 370. We have got a nice little bit of headwind as well, which is nice. Go outside, have a little look around. Not too cloudy down there actually. We get to see the North Sea quite nicely today. So yeah, for now it's just sort of well, cruise along here really, and we'll sort of chill out, prep for our approach down to Oslo. One thing we can do, I haven't done yet, we'll go ahead and get the Barrow tuned in for the arrival. The nav radio stuff is handled automatically, even without the checklist. It's handled automatically on this plane, like in 787, which is pretty cool. Right, 01 right, I think we're using, is it? Or 01 left? 01 left we're using. So I'll go ahead and scroll down to that, ILS, 01 left. And we'll look at the chart. We are Cat C, so minimums are going to be 843, which is 188 miles, no, 188 feet above the ground. So 843. Get that tuned into there, and we should see that Oslo's at about 600 feet. Yeah, cool. So that's now all plugged in. Arrival speed at the moment is 135. You always use flaps following this aircraft unless you specifically click this to tell it that you're doing a flaps 3 arrival. It's not common in this plane, which is why you have to do something special in order to get it to do that, because you're not meant to. Unless, I think there's also a button you have to click up here as well. Where is it? There's definitely a button up here you need to click to tell it that you're going to, there you go, landing flap 3. You need to click that if you're going to do a flaps 3 arrival. Otherwise it will start whining at you. Very important. I've got, just going to head basically straight along this airway now, here at Beckmo, the whole way now. Obviously we did slightly change our route. I don't know why ATC changed our route, there must have been a reason. It's been changed by ATC actually on our flight plan. That's kind of funny. So yeah, from Parvo it was all the way along M604. So we're all the way along this airway now until SVA, which isn't for ages. If I was to go direct to SVA, it'd probably just be a straight line. See, look, it's 360 miles, but it's basically just a straight line. That's what these airways are over the sea. So we have mildly changed our route. I don't really know why our route was changed. There must have been some reason, because obviously I always analyse the route through SimBrief to make sure it hasn't got errors. This route in particular was actually picked by SimBrief. I didn't enter the route in, so kind of odd. Must have been some reason, maybe congestion related, I don't know. Maybe it means I get ATC for longer, I don't know. I don't really mind, it all worked out fine, so who cares? Right, head straight down here. How long, I always like to see how long the gaps are between waypoints and what the longest one is. We've got 42 there, there's a 77 there. It looks like the longest, and that means, yeah, waypoints most of the way. I don't know why I always like to see that, but it is kind of cool, I think. So we've got our Barrow set in there. Everything's all set for arrival now. Everything's all ready. So we're just going to go ahead and cruise now for a bit. I'll refresh that spy. We've still got 10 planes down on the ground in Oslo. The majority of which, in fact all of them, are either no flight plan or Dubai, apart from one KLM that's going to, is that Lisbon, LPPR? Yeah. Or is it, no, LPPTs. Yeah, Lisbon, LPPT. So that's nuts. So it's looking like everyone's already connected on the ground waiting the start of the event. I don't know, because some people take like an hour to prep their plane, and it confuses me how you take that long. It doesn't take that long to plug the route into the FMC. I mean, I had to re-put in our route today, and it still only took us, what, 25 minutes from stream start to push back, which is a little bit longer than usual, but it's not long. But yeah, hopefully we can get a good landing on this thing. It's quite hard to land smoothly, this plane. I don't know why, but it's not easy to fly. I think it's the physics, the flight handling. Obviously, it's a bit of a cheaper plane, this, so maybe they're not as good. I don't know. I've never flown an Airbus. I think it could also be down to the fact that obviously I'm flying with a yoke, and in real life this plane uses a joystick. I don't know whether that influences anything, but you know, who knows. I don't really mind. It's a shame we're skimming like right past Amsterdam Centre. If we were doing like London to Amsterdam back today, that would be great. I don't think there's an event on, but Schiphol Amsterdam has literally got full ETC. It's got delivery, ground, tower, approach and centre. The full lot. I'm going to check, has it seriously not got an event on? It must have an event to be that busy. So if it had an event, I'd be flying it. Yeah, there's no event. Like KLM's doing a smart move, going from Oslo down to Lisbon, because there's an event on in Lisbon today as well. At the same time as this Oslo one, they've got Portugal overload this weekend. So they're staffing 4 airports today and 2 airports tomorrow, all day, from 9 till 9. That's good. There's actually an event on in the southwest of England, so you've got, and Wales, so you've got Bristol, Jersey, Exeter, Cardiff. I'm not sure what the other ICAO code is, but they're doing southwest lockdown. I would have liked to take part in that one, like flown out of Bristol or Cardiff or Jersey for a change. Like maybe we could have gone from Heathrow to Jersey to Cardiff or something. It would have been good to do that, but it doesn't start until 11. That's Zulu, by the way, so it's 12 o'clock my time, which is a bit late. I would have wanted to do... There's tons of events on today, it's nuts. I would have wanted to do an event next week, but it doesn't look like anything's been planned yet. No. Nothing suitable's been planned. So for now, we're flying from Palma back to Gatwick. Obviously, we started a little virtual summer holiday 2 weeks ago, so we're going to do the return leg of that on next Saturday, that is. Tomorrow we are taking a Delta 737 from Portland in the US down to Los Angeles. Now I was a bit silly. The reason I'm doing 2 US flights this week is so that I could do Los Angeles to Denver in the 787 next week, and I discovered a bit of an oops. I discovered that, well, the flight that I plan to do only operates with Fly UK on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays, otherwise known as the days I don't stream, other than a Sunday when I stream like once every 2 weeks. So we're going to have to put that off another week, and then we'll do it on the Sunday. Unfortunately, that's how it is. I didn't look at the dates it flew. I really should have. That was kind of my bad there, but no mind, it doesn't really matter. So next week instead, on the Thursday, which is when I planned to do that flight, we're going to go out of Oslo and into Manchester with Fly UK and the A320 again. So, and obviously next Wednesday, 7 PM BST, be sure to tune in for the final legs of the Hawaii VFR tour. We've been doing it for 8 weeks. This is the 9th week, and that'll be it for the tour. So here we are, just passing Rocan en route. We're doing pretty well. So initial estimate at descent was 9:11. It's now 9:13. So you can see it's.
Hello, Captain. Would you
like
like
at 9:12. It's already slipped back. I saw if you put this out and then the flight attendant offers you coffee, a coffee cup appears here. I saw that happen to someone, but maybe it only happens on the extended version of the plane. I don't know. Or maybe you have to do it when the flight attendant enters, I don't know. It'd be cool to do that, if I could do that. So yeah, currently there's 11 planes on the ground in Oslo now, it's getting busier. So that obviously it's all getting ready for that event that's on, but we haven't had anything yet as to what's going on. I'll have a look at arriving planes as well. I'm expecting a lot of people are doing a similar thing to me. Okay, we have a plane inbound from Amsterdam. That's getting there in 10 minutes, so that's no problem. And there is a plane inbound from Athens that is half-hour behind us. So for now, in terms of arrivals, we've got Oslo to ourselves. So there's no problem there. Not too cloudy down there. Nice North Sea. Can't really see much in the way of land now. We are well in the middle of the sea. That's the Netherlands, I think, over there. Possibly, or is that a cloud? That might actually just be a cloud, I don't know. But that's the closest land to us now. And we might see Denmark when we pass past the waypoint. Are we going to Danko anymore? I know we had a rerouting, yeah. Past Danko and Lanti, somewhere between there, we might see the coast of Denmark. But apart from that, looking at the map, we're not going to be seeing much coast now until Norway. Now the route, oh great, the weather's changed again in Oslo, and it's the 19s again. So over to 19 right now. It's amazing this, how often they manage to change the weather. Like the weather's just been back, forward, like seriously. So that will probably add a little bit of time onto our route. You can see our top of descent only moved forward by like 2 minutes, so it's not that much extra, I guess. But you can see it's a bit of an odd arrival. But I guess when you think about it, maybe it doesn't add that much on, given the strange sort of arrival on the other side. I don't know. The weather in Oslo is being a right pain right now. It's currently 9 degrees, so it's getting a little bit warmer. It was 7 degrees first thing this morning. We're now up to 9. 230 at 4. It is an absolute nightmare. I don't know why this wind is changing so often, but it is, and it's a nightmare. Right, so the Barrow has probably changed as well. However, it is actually for the same runway, isn't it? Just on the other side. So the Barrow might be the same. Note the Barrow is 844, so it's mildly different. I'll just keep 844 in there then. I won't bother adjusting it if we change the runway later, as they are just 1 foot apart. I don't think the plane even really takes notice of that. Doesn't it just round it maybe anyway? I don't know. So we'll keep it at 844 because it's better to be 1 foot too high than 1 foot too low. So yeah, I don't know. We might have some ATC later on. I'm really hoping that Oslo does start to come alive soon. It's 25 minutes to the event and nothing currently, so it's a bit worrying. And the QNH is now 1012 down there as well. So we should get a new weather report through from Oslo in about 20 minutes. It comes through at 9:50, and then there's obviously a bit of delay, like a 10-minute delay. So we'll see what we get. In terms of the weather, it is no clouds reported, visibility fine. What it is the winds are very variable. That's what it is. The variable wind direction is 170 to 320. It's very all over the place because it's only a 4-knot wind. It isn't really set, so we'll have to wait and see what ATC give us, I guess, by the time we get down there. It's kind of, given the weather down there, it's kind of happens we've got some ATC to deal with the what runway we're using, because ATC generally have like a set profile and they know what they're doing, rather than us pilots who just have to sort of make it up as we go along. So yeah.
I have some drink for you, Captain. Here you are.
It's cool that the flight attendants do that though. It's one of those features, it's like, it adds a little bit to, it's like they thought about this plane. Like, even though it's maybe not as complex, I mean, as I said, I know it's not as complex as other planes, that is partially because it's not the extended version. They do an extended version, but as I said, I think the extended version is about £70 if you combine the cost of the A318-19 pack and the 2021 pack. And since I've already spent £45 on this, I don't want to spend more money on a plane I've already got, basically. By that point, I'd rather just wait. see what I mean? It's like that. Looks cool out there today. About an hour and 8 minutes into the stream, about only 35 minutes into the flight. Obviously, yeah, that descent ETA is constantly shifting back. You can't trust this plane's system, because I discovered in the second init page, which I can't see now because we're in the air, you could actually input the cruise winds, and I tried doing it, and you click on it, it accepts it, and it just disappears. It doesn't mean anything, unfortunately. So I guess that's probably part of it not being the extended version, but it's a bit of a shame. Right, coming up to Largo now in about 30 miles, that probably is about. Yep, 27. And then it's just sort of straight along here. So we might see Denmark in a little bit. After, yeah, at, where is it? Danko. At Danko we might see it. But I think we're still a little bit far away from that. We've got 480 miles to go to Oslo. We've only done 265, so not quite at the halfway mark yet, but pretty good. Whoa, there's 15 planes on the ground in Oslo now. My sim is going to lag out when we land there. Oh dear, what have I got myself in for? It's crazy busy. Yeah, maybe not the best idea, that, I don't know. Considering it's that busy now over in Oslo. And there's still no ATC. How are they coping? 15 planes with no ATC. That must be a nightmare. I think, oh, there you go. Cool. I've just seen, looking at my centre list, look, it's absolutely full. Totally full, look at that. Absolutely full of controllers. But, yeah, ESOS, one centre just come online. That, I believe, might be, is that Oslo? ESOS? I know it shows ENOS on here. But I know it's obviously slightly wrong. It always seems to be. So it might be Oslo Centre, that. Tower. Let's look at Tower. They're not currently online, or they're just not... I'm not in range. I probably wouldn't be in range of Tower online now. But yeah, it makes sense, because the event's starting in 20 minutes. So it makes sense that that happened. I will pre-tune Centre 118.4. Because I'm pretty sure it's Oslo. Because if I look on the remarks of my flight, it actually does. It says ENOR actually. So it's because we've got 3 different names for Oslo Control. If I just Google though, there's normally a website that shows who they are. Okay, it's Sweden Control. It's part of Sweden Control. Oh, okay, that's a shame. It's not Oslo then. I don't know, we shouldn't have pre-tuned. It doesn't really matter now, but yeah. It's for Sweden Control. I didn't check. So it's a bit odd that Sweden Control's online and there's literally no one in Sweden. And right next to them you've got Oslo, which really needs controlling. It's like, really? Well, I'm pretty sure certain controllers do, like, I think, like, if you become a controller at Vatsim UK, I think you do have to control in the London airspace. That's how it works. Right, 450 miles now to go, using runway 19. We haven't had any new weather through. We won't have it for about half hour. No, not half hour. About 15 minutes we should have some new weather. But I'm hoping, because it's 18 minutes until event start, we will eventually get some ATC. However, at the moment that doesn't seem to be true, so who knows? So there's 15 planes now still, most of which are going to either Portugal, because there's ATC on in both places, or Dubai. Which just makes sense. So in a way, there's sort of event going on down to Portugal in a way, isn't there? But obviously that, it does make Oslo extra busy. So, maybe a bit of a problem, I don't know. Because it might be getting to that point where it's like slightly too busy. When it's really busy on Vatsim, it does just descend into a bit of chaos and you can't get a word in. As long as we have a number of different frequencies online, it should be okay, but I'd rather not be arriving into Oslo just as it's coming in online. But luckily we're not even alongside with Denmark yet, so we've got a bit of time, basically. So I don't know whether we might not be able to see Denmark. I don't think we're getting as close to it as I thought. But it's cool, we've been above the North Sea the entire time. It's like when you fly from over to Reykjavik, it's just like, there's literally no scenery. It's just like sea and clouds, nothing else. So 9:16, so it's been delayed by about 5 minutes. But obviously we did take a slightly longer route. So it's about just over half hour now until descent. Actually, it is more like half hour now. It's 31 minutes. So, and the event should start in 15 minutes. So we should have some ATC before we start descending, I'm hoping. I don't know how busy it's going to be for people. There's 14 planes on the ground in Oslo now. I don't know why, because nothing took off. Guess one person just disconnected. Maybe decided it was too busy. I mean, it is pretty busy, so I can't blame them. It's massively busy today. It's silly. There is now 15 again, someone must have just disconnected and then immediately connected again. It's mostly Emirates planes and Norwegian planes. Obviously that's because probably they're the two airlines that probably run the route between Oslo and whatever you call it, Dubai. There we go, got the name eventually. But it's a shame we haven't got any ATC as of yet. I'm still looking, but right now, nothing. What I don't get is, like, Christian Sand, Atis and Tower just came online, but, like, why? It's so random. It happens a lot around Oslo and, like, around Scandinavia. You think, like, Bergen as well, it happens too. Like, they're not massively big airports, but for some reason they get ATC even when almost no one is flying into them. Like, Christian Sand has literally no planes inbound or outbound. So what's the point in having ATC there? It makes no sense. But I guess why not? Oh, there we go. ENOS Centre just came online. That's definitely Oslo. That matches the code for Oslo. 118.875. So that means the event is now kicking into life, which is good. And as long as we have centre on, it doesn't really matter who else is online, we can get full ATC. Oh, and delivery and tower came on at the same time as well. So it's looking like we're having the same, what's called, full ATC. The event is starting to kick into life now. We've got 3 different frequencies online as well. You know, even if approach doesn't come online now, we've got the tower and we've got the centre, that's good enough. And delivery is online, which will help make Oslo just that little bit quieter, I guess. it'll probably be absolute chaos without that. So, because everyone's trying to control, like when controllers trying to control, and people are asking for clearance all the time, it's a pain. Like, I know that as a pilot on the network, it's been a pain. And ATIS as well. They've got an ATIS running, so expect ILS approach runway 01 left. Transition level 8,500. But yeah, they've made up their mind there. Runway 01 left, ILS. That's information mic. So that's what we're using, 01 left, ILS. And we'll be taking the Ripper 3 Lima. Boom. That's also saved us a little bit of time. That's brought our cruise all the way back to 9:14, there we go, 2 minutes it's saved. So it doesn't actually save that much time then, if you think about it. Right, get that ready then, that's cool. Save ourselves a little bit of time by taking ILS 01 left. We'll keep the barrow at 844 as it's just 1 feet above it, it doesn't really matter. And there is now 16 planes on the ground in Oslo, it's a bit busy, a bit too busy if you ask me. Oh well. Yeah, we could be in for some trouble. But we're still not descending for about 215 miles yet. 9:14, so about 24 minutes. It's still quite a while. We're only approaching the 50 minutes into the flight, but as I said, we now have full ATC apart from approach and ground. But ground just came online, so we now have full ATC apart from approach. But obviously, centre can easily act as approach, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the fact we have full ATC on the ground, that's nice. That's very nice. So we've got 10 miles to go to Vatsim, and then from there it's on to Danko, then Lanti, and then we jump on the new airway, which will take us straight to our star. Our star in question, right, let's have a look at sort of what's going on the star. So I'll have a look at the star chart, we haven't really done this yet, so runway 01 left, here we go. Have a look at the star chart, so this is for Lunip, and INREX and all that. They go RIPAM, this is the RIPAM chart. So max 250 knots at RIPAM, we've already got that in there. We need to be above 120 at Vatsim, and then down to 220 knots at flight level 110 at GM 410. And then we start our sort of weird approach in then. All of this done at 220 knots, no restrictions. Oh yeah, we know we have to be at flight level 110 at GM 407, and then we need to be above 5,000 at Valpu, and then it's into the arrival. So it might be a bit of a sort of odd descent almost. Actually, we've got 18 miles, it's fine. But we're going to spend quite a bit of our descent at 18,000, if that stays to plan. I don't know whether it will, it might not. But by the looks of it, it's a bit of a sort of all over the place arrival, but we're all good. I've got no discounts at all. Go around altitude 5,000 feet here. It's going to have to be done manually by ATC and all that. I don't know, depending on how busy it gets, a go around could be likely, but we'll keep our fingers crossed that it isn't. And there we go, there's Oslo approach online. So officially we now have full ATC. It's absolutely mad. That's cool, that's one I signed up for. We're not in range of the ATIS yet, so I can't request the latest ATIS, because you can do that. But we've got the text ATIS, it's still from 820 at the moment. ILS runway 19 right in use. Are you kidding me? You've just changed it again. Okay, so we did have 325 miles left to run. Let's go ahead and change it. This is a joke, this is. Absolute joke. So it adds about 45 miles onto our route. It's an absolute joke, this. Why? Why do they keep changing the runway? It's the same ATIS. From 820, information November now. Oh, it's so annoying. Like, what runway do you want us to use? This is so silly. Right, let's have a look at, to make sure it's correct. Our sort of arrival, they go Ripam 4 Mike. So we come in from Ripam, max 250 knots. At Ripam, yep. And then 250 knots the whole way, and then at GM 451, we've got to be below 120 at 9,000 at GM 427. And then we're at 9,000 for the entire... Are we at 9,000 the entire time? At GM 452. That's not even on the chart. There it is. No, there's no restriction there. For 9,000. Here we go. Here's the coding tables, look. Here you go, no, 452, that says, that's about a different, and for some reason our arrival isn't included in that. I'll leave the restrictions that it says on here, because it's just easier, I guess. You know, I don't really know what I'm doing. Well, obviously we have ATC, so it's going to be a case of, you know, ATC can do what they like with us. If they tell us to descend below 9,000, we will. If they tell us to do this and that, you know. So I'm going to leave it like that. The plane generally is pretty accurate at knowing what it wants. So it'll be down to ATC's call. Obviously, ATC's call is always final over restrictions. So it doesn't really matter. Oh my word, there's 20 planes on the ground in Oslo. Hopefully they can start to get some of them out before I get there. So it's a little bit quieter. Because 20 planes is going to be a bit nuts. We might end up holding and things like that. There's nothing approaching Oslo though, so I'm hoping we'll be okay. We are the next plane due in. I just wish they wouldn't keep changing the ATIS. That's my one problem. It's like, so at the moment we've got information November, so I'll wait and see what we have. So for now we have full ATC. Online, we have centre, we have approach, we have... Oh, there we go, we just got the contact me 118.87, yeah. Already been pre-tuned. I'll go ahead and activate that frequency. Hello Oslo Control, this is Skyways 275 with you, flight level 370. Is he still online? It was like contact me and then just went off.
Skyways 375, no control, good morning. You are identified at flight level 370. You are also cleared Ripam 4 Mike arrival.
Cleared Ripam 4 Mike arrival, Skyways 275. Right, that clears that one up then. We know where we're going now. So that clears that one up. We've been cleared now, direct on the repam for Mike. So we're only going to change that if ATC asks us, as we've just been cleared, not expect, cleared. So I'll go ahead and write that down actually. Repam for Mike, which I believe is the one we've already got selected, isn't it? Repam for Mike, yeah. Cool. We're not descending yet for 175 miles, so we're good. Oslo control at the moment is quite quiet because there's still all the planes on the ground. Yeah, all sounding good there. $11 playbacks on the stream so far, not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, we should be descending at about 170 miles, something like that. We'll wait and see what ATC says. So we're cruising along here. We are not exactly in Oslo control yet. We are still over Denmark. But obviously just decided to do the contact a bit earlier. There's currently 20 planes still on the ground in Oslo. It's absolutely mad. I've never seen it this busy before. I mean, I knew it'd be busy because of an event, but 20 planes. I honestly don't think I've ever seen it that busy before. 20 is a busy airport on Vatsim. So it's going to be interesting. That's for certain. It'll be very interesting what we get. I would have taken part in the Oslo to Dubai. If I did a long event like that, I probably wouldn't stream it. That's for sure. It'd be a bit long to stream. So yeah, we're approaching Danko, so yeah, that looks like Denmark over there. I don't think that's cloud. Right, the weather in Oslo is now definitely, it started to pick up a bit now. So it's looking more like a 1-9 arrival for certain now. So it's 170 at 7 knots. And QNH is still 1012. Yeah, everything's all good. Temperature's now 10 degrees. Getting warmer now in Oslo, that's for certain. Cool. We're all good then. We might have had an update of the ATIS then. I don't know. I'm not in range of the ATIS yet. Am I? Oh, I am. So I can request. If I click request controller info, it's a better way of getting the ATIS. So here we go. They've still got information November at the moment. But it's a good way of listening to the text data stand. Right click. So I hover over ENGM ATIS, right click on that and click request controller info, and you get the full ATIS without having to listen to it, which can be a pain if you're on Unicom. It's fine, but if you're on another centre, trying to listen to two centres at once can become a little bit much. So having a text ATIS like this is really helpful. But at the moment it's out of date anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. Right, we're turning slightly there to Zanti. We've still, as I said, still got a good bit of time yet before we start our descent. Still 140 miles, now 9:19 is our estimated descent time. So about 17 minutes from now we should be starting to descend. There's currently 22 planes on the ground in Oslo, 21 of which are departing, 1 of which has landed. So even though the plane, actually I don't think a single plane has left Oslo yet. Never mind. Oh, it'd be nice if a plane could leave Oslo to free up a bit of space. I'm guessing they're probably all taxiing now, aren't they? Oh dear, I've never had this before. We've got 2 separate grounds. We have Oslo West ground and Oslo East ground. This is like so realistic now. It's unbelievable, in fact, how realistic it is. We have 2 separate ground controllers. I've never had that before on Vatsim, so it'll be interesting to see how all this goes. This is what I could really do with the radio panel. But unfortunately, I looked at the radio panel, it's like £90, and it's really not worth that much. You know, I can just do it inside the plane, easy enough, so it's really not worth it. So we've got 20 miles to go to Vanti. We're not descending, as I said, for about 140 miles because of the arrival we're having to take now. And it seems as if that sort of firms up now. It's definitely going to be the 19s. The 19 rights to be exact. We've been cleared our arrival as well. We've been cleared the Ripam 4 mic. And you can see there we're selected 19 right. If I click on that, we should be able to see our whole arrival. It's cool, a bit cloudy now, getting a bit more cloudy. There's Denmark, look. We can properly see that now. We might be able to see, is it Norway now? I haven't flown around Norway in the sim for quite some time. Obviously that's where Oslo is, Norway. But yeah, it's nuts, we've got that, oh dear, there's 24 planes on the ground. Help. I'm going to need help when I get down there. I'm glad we've got full ETC though, so hopefully it won't get overloaded, but 24 planes is busy. And I'm literally the only person on Oslo Centre as well. Because everyone's just on the ground still. Because not many people seem to have the idea of joining in the event in the arrival phase. A lot of people seem to have the idea of we're going to join in the event, like, a bit later on, like departing, like do the full event. I don't know whether people are doing the event backwards. I know you're not supposed to be doing the event backwards, but people might. No one's doing the event backwards, because you could do that. You'd get less ATC, but you're still get the en route ATC, I guess. But I would have loved to do that. They got full en route ATC, the whole thing, but I just didn't really fancy doing it. So it goes out of Oslo into Sweden, they've got ATC, Eurocontrol East are online, then a little break on Unicom, and then Gulf area are online, which covers you all the way to Dubai. So it's like, nice, you got full ATC the whole way, pretty much, apart from the small little spike in Greece, which will probably come online by the time you get there, because it's about a 6.5 hour flight, isn't it? Oslo to Dubai. It's nuts. I guess everyone's in the mood for an event today. Right, there's now 26 planes on the ground in Oslo. The first plane bound for Dubai has just departed, so it looks like the event is in full swing now. You know, you've got the planes are starting to depart. So by the time I get down there, by the time I get to my descent point, it'll probably be even more active down there, which is great. It seems like we've timed it pretty well. By the time all the planes get out of Oslo, we've still got like 10 minutes before we even descend. So, and that's time for the event to build up, which is nice. So by the time I get there, I am expecting it to be fairly good, fairly busy, but not like 26 planes busy. I know planes will keep spawning in, because this event, I think the event at Oslo is running for 3 hours, and then there's a little bit of a break, and then the event starts up again for 3 hours down in Dubai. And then obviously you have the en route ATC. So I think there's ATC at Oslo from like 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock, or it's like 9 till 12 UTC. So for the next 3 hours, Oslo will be pretty busy. However, I expect a lot of people will want to join in at the very start to get the sort of full madness of it all. Right, there's Norway, so we can see Norway. Cool plane this. It's the right plane to be doing this in, I think. It's a very chilled out plane to fly, allows us to focus on the ATC a little bit more.
Skyways 275, when ready, descend flight level 120.
When ready, descend flight level 120, Skyways 275. Right, we have been cleared down to 120. Down to 120, so I'll get that plugged in now. We haven't got to descend for another 90 miles yet. 120 means we are cleared to GM 451 work. That's why we've been given 120. So we've been given a pretty good descent clearance. I know this thing does do quite a sharp descent, which is why he's given us descent clearance so early. Also because it's just so empty on frequency. I mean, may as well get it over and done with now before the storm starts coming in. We have now got 28 planes on the ground at Oslo. A second plane has just departed for Dubai. So, by the looks of it, the event is now in full busyness. It's getting nice and busy. 28 planes though, oh my word. 28. I don't think it's ever been that busy on Vatsim before. I don't know what I've got myself in for doing this event, but I can tell it's going to be crazy already. And that's all I can tell. 28 planes on Vatsim is not normally a good mix. That's all I can say. So we'll look at the ground chart. We're going to taxi in on runway 19 right. We'll land. So that is...
Runway control, go more, no shuttle 1932.
There you go. 19 right.
132 and Norway go more.
We're going to land and vacate on Alpha 2, Alpha 3, somewhere around there. It's quite a straightforward airport, Oslo, luckily. In terms of our ground chart, let's have a look, the docking chart, here we go. We've got no planned stand, so I'll accept whatever they give us. I had a look at the scenery before landing. It appears that we've got most of the stands.
Control, good morning, Angola 360 with you for 21,000 feet inbound Oxac.
You can tell it's getting busy
364 Norway, good morning.
You can tell it's getting way busy now because people from Oslo are starting to get onto the centre now. And it's starting to quiet down.
To climb flight level 290.
So luckily, yeah, it's starting to quiet down a little bit. I can see why our controller is giving us descent clearance now, because it'll get so crazy later on. It's just the intelligent thing to do at this point. Because it's definitely going to get pretty nuts later on. There's 26 planes on the ground now, so it's quieting down just a little bit. Oh, never mind. Now there's 29. Some extra people just joined in, so...
No shuttle 1932, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, no shuttle 1950.
Angola 364, climb flight level 410.
410, Angola 364.
I don't know why our plane just decided to sort of randomly like up its speed then for a little bit. We've done a little bit of a turn because we've passed SVA. And we're now heading to Repan. From Repan we're going to go ahead and descend no, that's our start, not from repam. We're descending in about 60 miles, so not long. Yep, 65 miles. I'm hoping it will quieten down in Oslo by the time we get there. Just a little bit. Like, I'm a fan of having this much ATC and this much sort of madness, but I did not expect it to be... I expected like 10, 15 planes, which is what I call busy. 29, that's just lagging out your flights in territory, that is. So, yeah, we could be in trouble. Because at the moment only 2 planes have actually departed Oslo.
5687
Firebird 5687, good morning, squawk 4456.
4456, Firebird 5687.
So we're not ready for descent yet. We're descending in just under 60 miles now, which is pretty good.
Firebird 5687 identified.
So I'm just watching Vatsim constantly. There's now another plane just took off. So we've got 28 on the ground now. So it is like, the problem is people spend so long prepping their planes, waiting to get out and all the rest of it. It does just end up in like tons, but luckily because it's got 2 runways, Oslo, we should have, I'm landing on 1 runway and they're using another. I will grab the ASIS report again now because it should have updated.
Angola 364, contact Sweden, control 1180, 4, bye bye.
No, they've still got information November.
1.4, yeah, thanks for ATC.
Still got information November at the moment. I'm happy with that though, I'm fine. Because we've still got runway 19 right, which is the active runway. Also, we have been cleared the repam 4 mic, which means they're probably not changing our runway now. That's kind of the bonus of giving us clearance like that. The scenery above Norway is also pretty good actually. It looks very nice. We haven't flown above Norway in quite some time really. The last time we went like up this side was when we were flying from Newcastle to Rovaniemi back in December. That was the last time I think I flew this part of the world. I think we have flown we flew from Bergen to Warsaw, didn't we? So that's probably the last time I've gone by Scandinavia. But this part, I don't know. Yeah, Rovaniemi might have been more like Sweden though, wasn't it? I don't know. I can't quite remember. We don't often fly around Scandinavia. Let's just say that. There's now 27 planes on the ground because at the moment they've only departed 3 planes. So they haven't actually been able to depart that many planes out of Oslo as of yet. We'll set auto brakes medium now.
North Shuttle 1932, contact Sweden on 1180, 4, ha det bra.
1184, ha det bra, North Shuttle 1932.
See, the first ones of those now are starting to get handed off to Sweden control now, so it's going to be quite quiet because of where Oslo is and how the route is. Centre's not going to have much involvement in this event, really. But at the moment, as I said, only 3 planes have actually managed to make it out of Oslo. So it's not actually, it's still pretty much rammed down there. We've got 27 planes on the ground still, most of which are going to Dubai, some of which are going to Porto or Lisbon because of the Portugal event that's currently going on. Nice scenery down here though, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty decent down there, so it's a nice sounding plane this. I like the engine sound. I prefer the CFM to the IAE. We've got CFM engines in this. They're definitely very nice.
Control, good morning, KLM 153 with you, flight level 10, going flight level 210, expecting flight level 3, inbound now.
KLM 153, no control, good morning, climb flight level 340.
KLM 153,
Another KLM that's quiet. We had one earlier as well. Also, why is that KLM an A320? I've only just noticed that. It's an A320. KLM don't fly the A320. What's going on there? That's slightly weird. I don't know. That's okay. There's now 29 planes on the ground. Nice. And I'm going to go ahead and tune approach. So approach is 120.45. I'm going to have to stay on top of the frequencies here. So once we're on to approach, I'll tune tower. Once we're on tower, I'll tune ground. I need to stay on top of it because of how busy it is. I don't know. At the moment, centre and approach, I'm not expecting to be too busy. But tower, ground, they're going to be pretty packed, I think. We'll wait and see what we've got. But there is currently 29 people. So I'm expecting it to be fairly busy. It's a bit of a pain, really, because I would have wanted sort of it to be a little bit quieter in Oslo. They haven't really got the planes out. I'm wondering whether obviously a lot of people might. I can't see this from here, but some people might not be active, as in they're just sitting on the ground. And that might be happening. So they're still prepping their aircraft. Say they haven't asked for clearance, or we're still on clearance. That's what's kind of nice. We've got a delivery frequency, which will take away quite a bit of the traffic from the ground and tower. And don't forget we have 2 ground frequencies, which again makes life just that little bit easier. But they've got 29 planes on the ground now. I'm expecting to descend in about 15 miles. We've been given clearance down to 120. We've been in the air an hour and 20 minutes, so something tells me we'll be in the air more like an hour and 50 minutes by the time this is all done. Because obviously the time that Simbrief gave us was providing we had a shorter departure out of Heathrow
Auto.
as well.
Off. Received. Standard.
Error radio.
They sound so quiet. I don't know why, the checklist people sound really quiet. Right, sound, volume, checklist. What is checklist PF and PM? Is that like the 2 different people? Right, 90. Massive lag as it loads in. There we go. And 90. A little bit louder. Yeah, it's loading it as like a default A321, that KLM, because it's obviously not meant to be. Even though I've got model matching installed, there is no such thing as a KLM A320. So model matching is not going to do anything. That's what's happened there. I don't know why that's even a thing. Like, why is someone flying that? Right, there's now. Oh, sweet. 1 plane departed. A few people actually left. So down to 26 in Oslo. An A380 just departed. I forget that. Obviously, Emirates will operate the 777 and the A380 on this route. I'm not sure which one, but that means we do have the potential to see an A380. I've never seen an A380 in this game, because I don't think there's many good ones for flight sim. So it's very rare to see someone flying it.
FMA check.
Right, there we go. Starting our descent now.
Set to below.
So we're going to go ahead and start our descent now. Down to 120 being cleared. We are going to have to slow down to 250 knots at VPAM, which is a shame. We're going to have to, that's just how the speed restrictions are on this SID. It's basically 250 knots the entire way. But we are descending with 150 miles to go, so pretty decent descent rate then. But yeah, we've started our descent, but we've been cleared down to 120, which is probably where he's going to hand us off to approach anyway. I'm going to go ahead and check the weather We still haven't had the latest weather is from half hour ago, which is what I put into the sim. I'm expecting this game to I think it just loaded in Oslo Airport. Yeah, it just loaded in Oslo Airport, guys. I saw we did have 32 FPS. We now have 22. How nice. I just had a little lag spike and I was like, yeah, it's loading in Oslo. Nice. Thank you, game. That's going to lag us out. When we land at Oslo, I do expect a bit of a lagginess of frames, as my processor can't really cope with streaming and 26 planes on the ground. It's quite hard to cope with, unfortunately. Yeah, 26 planes is not the best. And planes are seeming to depart from there quite slowly, unfortunately. Right, we're sort of on our approach now. We're going to pass the airport and then sort of fly back around. That's how this approach is going. And there you go, we'll have to slow down to 250 knots already. It's like we're at 10,000 feet, but we're just not at 10,000 feet. It's like that. It's not really what I want, but oh well. We're still not going quite as slow as if we were at 10,000 feet, so it's not that bad. It's just a bit annoying. And this thing's going to have to descend like an absolute rocket now to catch back up, because it doesn't plan for the slowing down to happen at this altitude. It plans for the slowdown to happen.
Skyways 275, contact Norway Control, correction, Oslo approach 120, decimal 45, so long.
Approach 120.45, thanks, Skyways 275. Right, on to approach now. Hello Oslo approach, this is Skyways 275, passing flight level 300 for flight level 120. We're expecting the VPAM 4 Mike arrival. Alright, see how long it takes to get back.
Skyways 275, Oslo approach, good morning, descent, flight level 90, expect ILS approach, runway 19 right.
Expect ILS approach, runway 19 right, descend flight level 9,000, Skyways 275.
Yeah,
right.
But whenever it's a flight level, it's 90. When it's feet and you're on the local QNH, it's 9,000.
Okay, 090, Skyways 275. Right. I don't know what the big deal about that. It's like
Oslo approach, very good morning,
I get it, but
76, 01 passing 5,000 feet, massive 6 Delta SED.
Soviet 876, Oslo approach, good morning, identified, climb flight level 216.
Like, I understand it, but it's one of those things, it's like
876.
It's like 9,000, 090, it's the same thing. We all understand. It confuses me. Like, he didn't tell me QNH, so I don't know. It's one of those things, I guess. Realism. Right, we've caught back up with our descent sort of path now, because obviously this plane does find it quite hard descending at flight level 2. No, at 250 feet. No, 250 knots. Got there. It does find it quite difficult. But it seems as if we caught it up now. Which is good. So just sort of cruising along here now at 240, be down to 090. Got 28 planes on the ground, so even though Oslo are chucking out planes now, it's still busy. 27 now, because another plane just departed.
Soviet 876, clear direct massive.
To massive, thank you very much for 0876.
Oslo approach in Express 98 X-ray with you, 1,700 feet on runway heading.
Then Express 908 X-ray, Oslo approach, Uman, climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210,
it's quite quiet,
Express 908 X-ray.
As well.
908 X-ray, confirm runway heading. I thought you were on the Vippa 1 Charlie
not
departure.
Not massive help, is it?
Well, Tower just gave me a takeoff clearance after I said that an SID was not in my nav database, so I know what the plan currently is.
Okay, Okay, are you able to fly direct to Vitba?
Affirmative, we can go direct feedback.
Okay, do that.
Roger, direct feedback.
Passing 220 now down to 090. Where we will have to
Oslo
hold
876, contact Norway
for a little bit.
118.875, go ahead.
118.875, thank you for ATC and good day, Translator 876.
Right, let's go ahead and get tower tuned on 118.3. I want to be organised today. Know what frequencies I'm meant to be tuning. And we have currently 2 ground online, so I don't know which ground we'll actually be asked to contact, but they're both 121s. It's 121.6 and 121.9. So that should help with things. So there's 27 planes on the ground now, and despite the fact that planes are consistently leaving the ground now, it's still a bit busy. Unfortunately, it looks like we're struggling slightly to keep up with this. We have got the out of fuel sort of little message that we get from the plane. Okay, turning off the centre pumps doesn't do anything then. I was wondering if there might not been anything in the centre tank. I don't know. It says out takeoff fuel cross speed. I don't know, we'll let it handle it. It basically means we've got less than, is it like 3,000? Yeah, less than 3,000 kilos of fuel on board. It basically means like we can't take off, I think. It doesn't advise doing a flight with under 3,000 kilos. Right, I have to put in the speed brake here to let ourselves descend a little bit quicker. There we go. It is a bit of an odd descent path, this, partially, you know, we're still 99 miles out. But it's because of the fact that we have to be below 120 at GM 451, and then we need to be at 090 all the way to GM 452. So we're going to be at 090 for about 30 miles unless we get clearance. Might even be longer than that. It's quite a while. And that's what we cleared down to, obviously. Right, I'll put in the speed brakes a little bit. Although this thing does seem to be finding it a little bit difficult to keep control of its descent. There we go. That's better. Can take it out again now. It's like basically because of the speed we're doing, it's like a little bit sort of. We've got to manage it. We've got how many planes now? 26.
Sun Express 908 X-ray, contact Norway Control 118.
Yeah, 26 down in Oslo now, so it's getting a little bit quieter, but it's still fairly busy.
118.5, bye bye.
Correction, negative 118.875.
118.875, Sun Express 908.
Right, we'll plug in the speed brakes again. We are finding it a little bit difficult to keep 250 knots with this descent path. It's a little bit like, sometimes we're fine and then I need to put out the speed brakes, then wait a bit, then speed brakes. It's like that. Just watching it, I guess. We're passing 14,000, so go ahead and get the seatbelt signs on now. So passing 13,000, well, almost. Got 85 miles to run. We'll be at 9,000 for quite some time, I think. Once we get down there. Once we apply a bit more speed brakes again to get ourselves to descend properly. better. And in this plane I discovered as well, you leave the auto throttle in right until touchdown and then you just push back on the throttle. You can't do that in the 737 as we tested on Thursday. Sadly you can't do it, but it works in this plane. Right, the winds are 180 at 6.
Skyways 275, clear direct Barbot.
Direct Bavard, Skyways 275. Well, we've been cleared direct to Bavard, which hopefully will shave a ton of time off our route. Yes! We've cut out half the arrival. Woohoo! That's nice, and we've got to be at 5,000. That's cool. Right, back to doing this. 11 degrees. And QNH is still 1012. Cool, that is everything all plugged in then for arrival. We've just been given a nice little shortcut of quite a bit, I think. It's quite a long shortcut. But luckily, we don't need to descend much more. Because we were given, obviously you have to be at 9,000 for that entire bit anyway. That's the bonuses of having ATC turned on. You get little shortcuts like that. We haven't been cleared past 9,000 yet. For some reason, I don't know why that is. We just haven't been cleared past it. We've got 28 planes on the ground now, so it doesn't look like it's any quieter. Unfortunately, in Oslo, it's still packed, despite the fact that many planes have left the ground. Yeah, we've been cleared to 9,000, so hopefully will be good. It's a little bit cloudy. The weather report for Oslo says no clouds reported, but yeah, that's no clouds reported. Active sky, sure, no clouds. So after Bavard, it's on to the ILS. That was a perfect little shortcut he gave us there. But we've still only been cleared to 9,000, unfortunately.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights on.
But this is where the game sort of configures the landing system. So it's all been configured, all ready. Yeah, we have only been cleared down to 9,000. I'd like to make sure of that. It'd be nice to go a little bit further down to 5,000.
5,000 QNH 1012.
Send 5,000 feet, QNH 1012, Skyways 275. Right, 5,000 feet now. And the QNH is 1012. So we'll go ahead and get it. It's quite quiet, that controller. Oh well. I'll get the ground shot up now as well, so I know what I'm doing once we land. Otherwise I'm just going to look like an absolute moron. Which I really don't want when it's this busy. It's going to be honest, it is, but it's going to be a bit chaotic, I think, in Oslo. Right, there's 8,500 feet, so QNH 1012 is set. We're in quite a slow descent at the moment.
Transition altitude.
Checked. 1012.
1012. Checked.
So we're currently 34 miles from Oslo. Looks like we might actually hit the hour and 40-minute mark after all. Now we've been given this little shortcut, which is nice. A little shortcut by ATC. Part of the fun with ATC, I guess, isn't there? There's currently now 30 planes on the ground. Thank you. It's so busy. It's just silly why it's this busy. But we've got information Oscar currently. Okay. All good. So I need to say I don't know, it doesn't really matter really at this stage. I could have passed 7,000. The approach checklist has been activated. That will start in about 4 miles time. I don't know why there was a decel point back there.
275, descend 4,000 feet via Bavard transition. Cleared ILS 19 right.
Descend 4,000 by a Bavard transition, cleared ILS 19 right, Skyways 275. They want to say a Bavard transition, do they? ILS 19 right, yeah, via Bavard. Cool. Alright, enter that in there, down to 4,000. It hasn't really added any distance onto our journey, it's just sort of made sure our approach is a little bit more organised. So that's cool. It's good that it hasn't added on any time though, that's a bit of a benefit.
Approach checklist.
Beacon status.
Checked.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Cabin signs.
Checked.
Map currency.
Checked.
Bearer reference.
Checked. 1012.
1012.
That looks like Oslo, is it?
Checklist complete.
Oh no, that's just a bridge. I've never actually flown into Oslo. I've just realised the terrain looks really low compared to, like, no, we look really low compared to the terrain, even though we're at 6,000 feet. Okay. Right, we're going to start slowing down to 220 knots now for Bavard. Helps ourselves get slowed down. We need to be above 5,000 at Bavard and then above 4,000 at the next waypoint. It's only about the speed brake. Oh yeah, we don't need that anymore. Now we're down to 220 knots. We've done good. So we've been cleared down to 4,000. Obviously there's a restriction.
Approach low vacuum 1560 video climbing through 4,000.
A bit later.
Checking on 562, approach low identified.
Right, there's now 28 planes on the ground in Oslo, so it's
direct Oxat, climb flight level 210.
still just as busy.
Left direct Oxat, climb flight level 210, vacuum 1560.
So we're turning here after Bavard. It'll be to Odudi? No, Odudi. There we go, Odudi. Got to be down to 200 knots by there, and then at 3,500 at Zinlo, and then from there it is a 9-mile final to Oslo. Looks like we'll just hit the decel point as well for the arrival. I'm not going to bother putting any flaps yet. I don't want to, as there is no need. We're still quite a while out. We're 17 miles out. A little bit too far for that.
Please again flight level for Viking 1562.
1562, flight level 210.
210, Viking 1560.
Flaps 1.
Okay, there you go. Unfortunately, because we do have the automated checklist on, it's going to make us go flaps 1 now. Just because that's how the automated checklists work. Can't stop them from doing anything like that, unfortunately. If I get told to speed up, I will. Because normally there is a max of, like, there is normally a minimum, yeah, there's normally a minimum speed that you're allowed on final, like 160 knots or 180. It depends on the airport and how far you're out. Like at Heathrow, it's like, I think it's 160 knots until you're 4 miles out, or DME. I haven't been instructed anything by ATC though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We have tower pre-tune on, was it 118.3? Yes, 118.3. I don't know which ground to contact, so I'm probably just going to leave it.
Oslo departures, no shuttle 16 Golf Romeo is climbing through 3,700.
No shuttle 16 Golf Romeo, Oslo approach, good morning, identified. Climb flight level 210.
Climb level 210, no shuttle 16 Golf Romeo.
Localizer alive.
Right, I will get the approach armed, I think. So we haven't been cleared of approach, so I won't do that yet, but we're at that point now where we can start getting ourselves established on the arrival, the localizer. Because I can see our runway, can see both runways, can see, you know, the whole of Oslo.
Hello, shuttle 16 Golf Romeo, you can make a left turn direct Oxat, so you don't have to go all the way around.
Left turn direct Oxta, no shuttle 16 Golf Romeo.
We still haven't been handed off to tower, which I'm a bit surprised about. Interesting. Yeah, that's starting to drop now. I need to start descending.
Viking 1562, contact Oslo, correction, Norway control 118.875, ha det.
118.875 hade bra Viking 1562.
Lights alive.
Yeah, I'm ready to start descending for arrival now. We're 8 miles out. This isn't great. I'm pretty sure he didn't clear us. He said expect. Well, not expect, like he didn't say we can start descending.
Skywest 275, I think you should leave on the glide slope now.
Localizer captured.
Yeah, we're on the localizer, Skyways 275.
Yeah, you're a bit high. Are you able to get down?
Yeah, we'll be able to get down, Skyways 275.
275, Roger, contact tower 118.3, bye-bye.
Flaps 2.
Tower 118.3, Skyways 275. Right, over to tower. Oh, we are a little bit high, aren't we? Right, down. Oslo Tower, hello, Skyways 275. Inbound ILS 19.
2,500.
Skyways 275, Gunmont Tower, hello, continue approach.
So we've been told to continue approach. I don't think we need to repeat that, do we? I think we do. Right, gears going down.
National 1918, call 120.45, so long.
Right, I'm taking control of the I'm taking control of the plane here to make sure we can get ourselves down.
National 1918, contact approach 120.45.
Landing checklist.
Right, speed's going to start knocking down now. That's better.
Down and locked, 3 greens.
Ground spoilers.
Checked and armed.
Auto brakes.
Medium.
Exterior lights.
I think he's already on.
Go around altitude.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Set.
Landing memo.
Checked, no blue.
Checklist complete.
Right, we're going to start slowing ourselves down now. We are still on auto throttle, obviously.
Emirates 195 to 1 right, left take up in 170 degrees 7 knots.
Okay, we've kept ourselves on the glide slope there. Obviously, I thought I had to be cleared by ATC. It was a bit of a miscommunication.
Yes, right, let's start to roll now.
But we're good. We're good now. Right, okay, we've...
Skyways 275, expect late land clearance. Skyways 275, expect late landing clearance.
Expect late landing clearance, Skyways 275. I wasn't sure what he said there. Okay, so we might have to
good morning, Beeline 568,
go around it this
taxiing
way.
to
I
the
hope
hold
we don't.
198, ready upon
But
reaching.
it seems as if they're using both
Beeline
runways
568, good morning.
for takeoff, so...
500.
We'll have to see what we can do here then. So we should get clearance, just a bit late. Doesn't look like there's anything on the runway, so we should be okay, as long as hopefully we don't need to go around. There's nothing on the runway.
300.
Skyways 275, clear to land.
Cleared to land, Skyways 275. Right, good. We're all cleared to land now. I don't know why it was so late. There's no one on the runway, but we're all fine. Right. We'll try and get this thing down a little bit, maybe. Oh, got everyone
100.
watching us as well. Right.
70, 60, 50.
Got on Towers, Giant 986. Got news on the North Star 787 in front of us. He accidentally clicked the reset button.
Oh, minus 309.
He's not here anymore.
That's not great. Oops.
Giant 986 again.
The North Star 787 in front of us, he accidentally clicked the reset button instead of parking brakes, so he's not here anymore.
Oh, that was bad news. I'm sorry to hear. Giant 986, land very one, alright.
119 alright, Giant 986 heavy.
Even more bad news, Emirates 1952 has crashed.
Emirates 195, that's sorry to hear, sir. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think we broke through, man. We're gonna disconnect now. Thanks for ATC though.
Have a great day, bye.
Right, we'll vacate left. I think that's probably the best place to vacate. We've vacated the runway, Skyways 275.
16, bye bye.
APU
I
on.
think I stepped on someone there.
After landing checklist.
We vacated 19 right, Skyway 275.
Checked.
Ground spoilers.
Yes, Skyway 275, contact ground 121.6.
Check normal.
Flaps.
121.6,
Check
Skyway
retracted.
275.
Checked standby.
Trend in 961 right left takeoff, wind 177.
121.6.
Winds, cliff tech.
Oslo ground hello, Skyways 275, requesting taxi to gate.
Skyways 275, coming ground. Hello, hold short of November.
Hold short November, Skyways 275. Right, we vacated on Alpha
Skyways 275, confirm you don't have proper scenery.
Who are you talking to then? Confirm you don't have proper scenery. Just said hold short of November. So we'll hold short here. Who are we waiting for? Oh, we're waiting for this Emirates. Okay, looks like we might have some slightly old scenery. We haven't got every... It looks like there's a taxiway that's here. Oh dear. Yeah, taxiway Victor, look. Doesn't exist.
Skyways 275, continue on right on November. Hotel stand 72.
Continue route on November. Hotel stand 72. Skyways 275. So route on November.
Hello, Oslo ground, Scandinavian 027 taxiing on pop-up.
Rip, do I not have stand 72? Right, I don't think I have stand 72. Although I'm positive when I checked earlier I did have stand 72. I checked earlier before we did this flight. I had. Okay, great. It doesn't appear that we have full. Well, I'm positive I did have 72. Why didn't I get scenery? I was told it did say it recommended getting scenery, but
Scandinavian 027, ground. Hello, continue pop.
I didn't have full scenery, unfortunately. They only had airports of Norway, which was the whole of Norway, which I didn't really fancy getting. So, rip. Yeah, it doesn't appear we have full 80. Yeah, 72 doesn't exist basically. Although I did think so. We'll have a look at the docking chart. We should be able to tell it from that where 72 is. Oh, there you go. That's nice and simple. It's kind of odd that I don't have it, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, that's okay. That's hotel.
Emirates 170, contact Gardermoen Tower, Vågnet, decimal 3 by.
This is so messed up. This scenery.
118.3, Emirates 170.
So we're going to turn right, look, and then basically I think
shuttle 1170 approaching zombie.
there has been a bit of a change in real life scenery versus, you know, what's in the game.
holding point 19 right, shuttle 1170.
Basically, our gate should be just ahead of us.
Scandinavian 454, Tower, Vågnet, decimal 3.
It's like that, look. We're part of those gates all along there, but unfortunately there is some slight... There's some slight
A320 request taxi.
issues with the scenery. So that's the junction with Echo.
Taxi via November, holding point to runway 19 right.
And there's a junction
November to only point
with...
19 right, A38574.
Oh, yeah, with Yankee, look. That's the junction with Yankee, and then just after there, look, but there should be a terminal. And that's the terminal all these are lined up with, but we have some messed up scenery. So when I park up, I'll go ahead and just disconnect from Vatsim straight away to make sure I don't cause a problem with other people. This is why maybe I should have got scenery. But unfortunately, as I said, the only scenery that was offered was for the whole of Norway, which I didn't really fancy getting. So, yeah, we'll get some scenery for when we leave here on Thursday. I'll make sure we get scenery, because this scenery is totally out of date, unfortunately. So stand 72 should be somewhere along here. Look, that's where it should be, before Romeo. So I'll park it here. It should be somewhere about here. We might be in the middle of the terminal for 7 people. Unfortunately, but, you know, if we get a complaint, I think I'll just disconnect
and the parking
anyway.
checklist.
But yeah, I've disconnected straight away. I've obviously caused a bit of a problem there. Unfortunately, so just get disconnected now. Yeah, we need to get some better scenery.
Shocks are set.
What are you going to do?
Parking brakes released.
Engine master.
Both off.
Lights.
Set off.
Beacon lights.
Set off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Set off.
Checklist complete.
Right, that's the plane shutdown. I know, guys, this looks like a bit of an odd parking spot. It is a bit of an odd parking spot. As I said, next time when we fly out of Oslo on Wednesday, no, not Wednesday, Thursday, I will make sure that I have installed Airports of Norway. Because, or maybe an up-to-date I found, like, you can get AFCAD files that keep the default scenery but change some of the taxiways to match real life. That, it seems to be easier than installing scenery, that's for certain. Because as I know, we've had some issues installing scenery in FSX, obviously, so who knows, but I'll see if Airports of Norway works. We parked at Pier though anyway. Flight time was 1 hour and 44 today. We flew 714 miles in the end, which was not bad. A little bit shorter than planned in the end. Flight time was 1 hour and 44 minutes, so 3 minutes longer than planned. Not too bad. Stream length's been pretty good, 2.5 hours. So it's been a bit chaotic here on Vatsim. I know we've had a few problems with, obviously, you know, the correct scenery. I'll make sure next time I have the correct scenery installed. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. Although we did finish parts in the middle of a taxiway, but never mind. Never mind. We'll ignore that. But yeah, I'll make sure to get the scenery now, and I'll test it out now. Make sure it's all working for next stream. If it doesn't work, I'll probably just try for an AFCAD file, which edits the airport. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed today's stream. Be sure to tune in next stream tomorrow morning, 8:30 AM BST. We'll be flying from Portland down to Los Angeles in a Delta 737-800. Should be great fun. It might be a bit of a long flight direct. The two airports are 725 miles apart, so slightly longer than today even, more like 1 hour and 50 plus. But there we go, it's not too bad, is it? It's pretty good. So, yeah, not too bad. So we'll be flying down from Portland. Right now, at this time of day, look, there's no ATC on in LAX, so we might not get any ATC, but we'll wait and see. Obviously, I don't tend to get much ATC down in what's it called? The US, but I have noticed the past few weeks that Minneapolis Center, as it is right now, is online, so we might possibly thinking of doing some flying around Minneapolis at some point. I mean, maybe that's where we'll head next from Denver. I don't know whether we can do Denver to... How far is Denver to Minneapolis? That looks okay. Let's have a look on Fuel Planner. Denver to Minneapolis. That's probably what we'll do, actually, once we land in Denver, then. Yeah, it's 600 miles. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed today's flight. I hope to see you in the next stream. Bye-bye!